It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. And the pregame warm-ups are wrapping up out in Houston, where it'll be the Rockets going up against the Golden State Warriors. So for the Warriors, their last game, a win against the Hawks in Atlanta. That game was a real shootout. They'd like to keep their scoring up, but get a few more stops, too. And with all of Curry's talents, one of the great shooters of all time, maybe the greatest, Kenny, where does he stand among all-time great players, period?
Wow, all-time players. Now, that's
all-time great players, period.
Well, he's starting to get in a discussion because of the multiple MVP things and the championships. Because the greatest players in the world, not only have they won awards, but they've won multiple championships. So he's moving into that category right now.
To add on to what Kenny is saying, it's about something you can hear and something you can wear.
What's that?
Rings, baby.
Ooh.
Rings.
You can hear them.
2 rings won't get it. 3, maybe. 4, 5, woo, 6,
Okay.
I just can't add anything to that.
Oh.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. Looking at the last game for the Houston Rockets, it was a win against the Nuggets in Denver.
Just a terrific effort off the bench. Guys came in, they seemed fresh, and they all contributed.
Well, most of the time, guys come off the bench and just try to stabilize. Tonight, they got some serious points, and when you're on the road, that gives you unanticipated advantages.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, guys, we know when you talk about dedication, Chris Paul is among the greatest. Now, he says, I have a scary passion for basketball. I study it, I watch it all day, every day. I'm not the most athletic guy, so I have to use my mind and my knowledge of the game. Kevin, he is a professor out on the floor.
Tremendously competitive with great attention to detail, David. Thanks. Brent, you played for 14 seasons. What kind of off-season training did you do personally to keep in shape?
I had a great trainer in Southern California that I would go home to every year and work on different things. It was funny, Kevin, because as you get a little bit older, you can be a little more specific with how you train. You understand how you're going to be used, the type of minutes you're going to play, so it can be a little bit more specialized. I'm not sure if I could tell you this, but I surfed a lot in the off-season.
Balance.
Core, right?
Core balance.
All right,
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you. Check box.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Setting the floor for the Warriors, the tremendous pair of Curry and Clay in the backcourt. Durant and Green are the forwards. And it's Cousins, and at the center, locking down the middle. Now Durant. James Harden missing on the 3. Durant, the pass to Cousins. It's stolen by Capella. Green, no luck. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against the Hawks. Here's Curry with the 3. Hits it from three-point range. Curry's got the opening basket of the game for the Warriors.
Consistency from the distance that Steph shoots at, I think is one of the more astounding parts of his accuracy from the three-point line.
Lobbed up there for Thompson. Stolen by Harden. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Curry kicks to Durant. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
He does so many different things on the court. Durant practically forcing the defender to foul him on that drive.
Brent, has there ever been a player who scores more easily with less effort than Kevin Durant?
Well, I know this, Kevin, that Kevin puts in a ton of work to make it look as easily as it does. There's just nobody that can match up with KD. And when he's playing like this, he gets out into the mid-range and starts to hit a few shots. Watching him be on fire for a night is a treat.
First free throw is good.
With the amount of pressure Durant puts on his opponents, it's typical to see him among the leaders in free throw attempts.
Durant nails both of them.
Well, the success of the Warriors is truly built around their culture and their chemistry, and it really starts with Steph Curry. Even though a lot of people argue about Kevin Durant being their best player, their most important player has been Steph. Just a great joyful approach to the game, and it rubs off on the entire organization.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, a couple turnovers here early on in the quarter, but he's got to just tighten it up a little bit.
The Rockets have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Paul kicks to Harden. A three-pointer, no good. And that blend of joyfulness and competitive spirit, something that Steph Curry and his coach, Steve Kerr, you know, Brent, they share that in common.
Yeah, think about just how humble they are, how gracious they are, how much they're willing to take the time on a daily basis to do things for others, not just themselves. So you have the Warriors with some key values in place that they don't stray from all that often.
Here's Curry following the 3 by Houston that ran. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first, and Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And so here is Golden State. Durant, no good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Count that bucket.
Nice job catch and shoot there. Chris Paul making it look simple and caught the defense a little bit out of position.
Thompson with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Here's Durant. Good work defensively by Capella.
The defense was in the area, but not really effective. He has to put away this layup.
Thompson against Harden. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter, and stolen by Cousins.
Well, a little head scratcher there, guys. There's no reason to force the ball inside like that. I understand the thought process, but the pass just has to be better.
The Rockets have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Down low, it's stolen by Green.
Just waiting for a chance to make a play, and when the pass was made, he's all over it. Just a fantastic steal.
Wow, from way downtown, Thompson's ready to shoot. His confidence right now through the roof.
Now here's Harden. A 29-point game for him in the win against the Nuggets in Denver.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
It's Curry outside. Rockets with the rebound. Get the teardrop, and Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Green.
So creative right there. Paul's fantastic at finding ways to get inside and capitalize, whether it's him or a teammate.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. Pass to Thompson. He kicks to Durant. No one on him, and he makes the easy one.
Well, good luck to any defender that draws the assignment on KD. He can really, at times, make you look silly out there.
Thompson against Harden. Over Thompson. Harden can't hit.
You know, not sure if it's him or the defense, but just something's off tonight.
Well, something in this frame for sure, but when you're out of rhythm, sometimes it's better to play the role of being the facilitator.
Klay Thompson came into this NBA with a well-earned reputation as a shooter, Brent, but did you ever think he'd become such a potent defender?
Well, I think it's something that he's worked very hard on, and his ability to cross-match. In the early part of his career, you know, Klay Thompson had to take the better scoring of the guards on those nights. It's shifted back, and Klay Thompson is a more well-rounded understanding not only of what he can do defensively, but more of what the opponents that he faces on a nightly basis are trying to do against him.
Rockets trail by 6. Here's Rivers. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Nuggets in Denver.
And also in that one, he had the opposition on pins and needles on the defensive end of the floor, recording 4 steals that night on his way to an overall stellar game.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Harden kicks it to Tucker. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass, and a contested three is not your objective. One more maybe.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Green, coming off a solid outing against Denver. Over Green, and too long on the shot.
I like the defensive effort. They did a good job altering the mid-range shot and then making the shooter feel a bit uneasy.
Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Green against Durant. Green kicks it to Tucker to stop the run. Warriors with the rebound. Cousins has got 4 rebounds in this game.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. You know, Greg, you hear that since Kevin Durant moved to the Bay Area, he's wasted no time making connections and investments in Silicon Valley.
It's interesting. He's reined in his endorsements by over half, but he's so inquisitive. I think meeting these tech luminaries and learning from them was part of the allure of the Golden State.
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for the Rockets. Harden against Thompson. Lets it go from deep.
Wow, the large wingspan of Durant on full display. What a block there.
Here's Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
That's tipped. Curry with the steal. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Steph Curry, Brent, is there any doubt in your mind that he is the greatest shooter in NBA history?
I don't think there's any doubt, but I like the fact that Steph Curry doesn't want to be a one-trick pony, and he isn't. He's trying to be better at making plays. He's trying to be better at making good decisions. He's trying to be better as a defender, and so all of these things for Steph Curry is not satisfied with the things that he's done so far in his career, which have all been elite.
That's good from Stephen Curry.
Everything that Curry does seems to be fast. He shoots it fast, makes quick decisions with the ball, great ball handling with quick hands. Opponents at a loss with how to guard Steph Curry.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul. Marquise Chris, he's checked in for the Rockets. And the Warriors also making a change. Iguodala's checked in. Gordon kicks to Chris. It's Rivers on the wing. Houston moving the ball around. Another miss by Houston.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Lobbed up there for Durant.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
And if you check out the strategy, you can see already the plays that they're calling. Feels like they found a weakness or two in the defense.
Passes it to Ennis. Banked in off the glass.
And, you know, he's not usually the guy to break out the crossover. Worked for him that time, but I'm not sure I would be doing that consistently.
Now here's Curry. 33 points last game. And Curry throws it down.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Yeah, you can credit the play calling. Nothing really fancy, just imposing their will on the inside.
Curry against Rivers. Teardrop shot. It's not going to go for him. Nice D from Cousins. Here's Green. It's good. And the Warriors lead by 19.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And I'm loving what I'm seeing. The passion that they're playing with up and down the floor.
Now here's Rivers. No points in the game yet for him. Shoots over Curry. A nice shot by Rivers.
Well, the defense cannot allow Austin Rivers to do that. He loves embarrassing them with the handle.
Pass to Curry. Back to Iguodala. Curry is inside. He's guarded by Rivers. No good from Cousins.
No doubt disappointed with that one. He'd love to have that one back.
Yeah, I'd put that play on repeat. The setup was perfect. Just need a better result next time. You know, at least get a hand up. It's not too much to ask from a coaching staff. Just not intimidating defense at all on that possession.
Now here's Durant. He's coming off a 25-point game against Atlanta. Cousins finds Durant over Ennis. And it's Durant missing.
Yeah, the defense cannot afford to be that lazy. You got to be up on the shooters at all times, especially at the mid-range. You can blame some poor defense on that play, just a total breakdown. You got to at least contest at some point.
And here is Curry after Eric Gordon hit the three. Curry passes to Cousins. Hits it from three-point range.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Rockets trail by 14. Timeout called, the Rockets. Brent, the league playing at a faster pace overall now. Will there ever come a time when every team will play with that same speed?
No, because one team will always be faster than the next. So it's never going to be exacting for every ball club. And as you and I have talked several times, Kevin, you got to play to your strengths. And even though teams are finding more positionless basketball players, some of these guys have attributes to their game where you want to get them in certain positions. That takes time.
It's all about personnel.
It's all about your personnel. And again, putting those guys in the proper place where they can succeed more often.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Yarebko's checked in for Draymond Green. Livingston comes in for Kevin Durant. And Cook subbed in for Curry. Here is Cook. A 14-point game for him in the win against Atlanta. Yarebko, first shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
So it's the Rockets now. They trail by 14. Now the pass to Chris. For three, Gordon. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4. And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. 1:25 left in the first quarter. Nene against Cousins. Here's Livingston. The shot, no good. Gordon with the defensive effort. Chris up top. Rivers with it. He has 5. Back to Gordon. Clock at 6. Here's Nene. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Look at the intensity of Nene, one of the strongest guys in the game. Phenomenal at scoring the ball inside.
The Rockets shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
One shot.
There's 53 seconds left to play in the first. Livingston looking for the opening. To the right side. Here's Cook. And he uses the glass on the layup. Cook's got his first points of the game.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, on the defensive end, this is a joke. The lack of awareness is exactly why this team is so far behind.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, he does not lack for confidence, does Austin Rivers. He plays with a huge chip on his shoulder.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And really, guys, his percentage from the line at 70 isn't quite up to snuff.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Warriors leading by 8. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Jerebko with it. Working on Chris. Here's Cook. Offensive rebound. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact. And he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Nene.
That's where you appreciate the physical play that DeMarcus Cousins brings to the game every night, willing to take the contact there even while he's shooting.
The Warriors have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4. And he sinks the second.
Well, DeMarcus Cousins is so aggressive. He's always going to draw some fouls on the inside, whether the refs call that or not. Fortunately for the team, he's a very good free throw shooter.
Out to Chris. Drains it from beyond the arc. Got it off in time, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Golden State Warriors. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll return shortly. All the great Golden State Warrior scorers. Draymond Green spoke about feeding the hot hand.
I think there are times where one of the guys need to take more shots, and sometimes where we can be a little bit too unselfish. You know, if one guy thinks, hey, man, I'm taking too many shots, let me get someone else involved. But if you got it going, we all want you to shoot.
And why not? Green knows that, Greg, if you're in the zone, keep firing.
And with his unselfishness and vision, Green more often than not is the one setting the table.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Cleaning the glass, I mean, right from the jump, and that really helped them to set the tone.
I think you said it. If you start off playing physical, Greg, there's kind of the attention of the referees and the opponent that you're coming at them all night long.
Paul and Gordon are the backcourt pair. Chris is out there with Ennis. Then it's Nene in at the center. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Here is Cook. Now Livingston. Got it. Good job in the low post. Livingston's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Warriors. Rockets trail by 8. The Warriors selecting Jordan Bell with the 38th pick in the 2017 draft. A pick they acquired, Brent, from Chicago for cash considerations.
Yeah, a lot of people scratching their heads as to why Chicago wouldn't want a player like Jordan Bell. Well, the Warriors jumped on it, paid for the draft rights to him, and was huge last year, playing in a lot of key moments in the playoffs and in the finals.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Now here's Paul. Tight defense on him. Kicks it to Gordon. 5 on the clock. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. And getting into the second part of November here, a quick glance at the power rankings. Let's see how everyone started out. You look at the Rockets. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And I think for Golden State, they're right where they want to be. Already competing for the top spot. It's going to be a season-long battle, which is exactly what we all anticipated.
Here is Cook, defended by Paul. Here's Jerebko. It doesn't go for him. And it's Houston the other way. It's stolen by Livingston. Inside. And then Jerebko with the dunk.
Great vision from Sean Livingston, scanning the floor and finding the man.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Paul. It's deflected.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Cook, good.
Looking like a younger Draymond Green out there. Bell's willingness to give it up, a strong asset.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation. They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When I'm playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
Yeah, he never backs down. Thanks, David. Getting open in the NBA, not an easy task, and there are a lot of players that are so good moving off the ball.
I think the first couple guys that come to mind are J.J. Redick and Kyle Korver. Old school style in which they operate like a Rip Hamilton. And if you go back, Mitch Richmond, where they're using a multitude of screens, seemingly never stopping during an offensive possession and causing some kind of confusion. So J.J. and Kyle Korver are still doing exemplary jobs of off-ball movement.
Now, here is Harden. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Green. To end the drought. Rebounded by Jerebko.
He sunk that 3 in the first, but yet to make another one.
Knocked away. And the Warriors can't hang on to the ball. And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between 3-pointers and 2-pointers tonight for Houston. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Paul kicks to Harden. For 3. That's good from Paul on the assist by Harden. And that's now 7 points for Chris Paul. And it's Cook with the ball for Golden State. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. And taken away by Paul. And it's Houston on the break. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
Unselfish play of Chris Paul there. Has a knack for knowing when to get his guys when they're wide open.
Here is Cook, defended by Paul. And here's Livingston to the left side wing. Just 5 to shoot. Cook. Here's Bell, a second chance effort, and that's 2 points on the layup. Bell's got 4 this quarter.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That is his first foul of the game. It's stolen by Bell. The dish now to Cook. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, guys, that's his 3rd foul, and his coach has to consider now sitting him down.
Puts it up off the inbound. No good off the front iron. Rockets trail by 11. Harden inside the three-point line. Again, the Rockets score.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Now here's Livingston, guarded by Harden. Hit his foot, and the ref saying he kicked it. From the inbound, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, Klay Thompson, such a perfect fit on the Warriors. A versatile defender, can score playing off the ball, and just plays the game the right way.
And is there any doubt Klay Thompson could go to another team and average 30 points a game as the main offensive weapon?
Yeah, but, you know, he's not an attention seeker, and that's just not his personality. He knows it's more fun to play for a winner.
That free throw good from Thompson.
Was such a natural shooter. That was Thompson's calling card coming out of Washington State as a Cougar, and he's added to his game now. Always one of the premier 2 guards that steps on the floor for any NBA season.
And so Thompson nails both of them. Rockets trail by 11. Here is Harden, a dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
To the inside. Cook, good. Cook's got 6.
Yeah, some situational awareness there from Klay Thompson. He understands the offense. He understands where the cutters are, and he finds one.
Houston's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Paul kicks it to Tucker. Harden outside. This one for 3. That's good. A tough shooting night. He's 2 for 8 and looking for more.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And P.J. Tucker, Greg, a rugged physical defender at the forward.
And here's a guy, 2nd-round pick back at 06, spent 5 seasons playing abroad before making his return to the association. Now he's a seasoned veteran and not shy about holding his teammates accountable, especially defensively.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Green, he's checked in for Urebka. Kevin Durant comes in for Sean Livingston. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Quinn Cook. Now here's Green. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Green draws the double. Here's Tucker. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Tucker's got it back down to within single digits for Houston. Golden State's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Thompson outside. Trying to find Durant. He's got it now. Curry on the wing. Defended by Paul. The shot by Curry, no good. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Rockets. They host the Kings after this game, and that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Now here's Curry. 8 points for him. Back to Green from deep. Rockets with the rebound. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season.
And this is a team they battled in the conference finals last season. Coming up short.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Rivers, he's checked in for Chris Paul. Warriors leading by 6. Curry looking it over. Here's Durant. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
Now with KD, there's just not a spot on the floor where once he gets it, you don't feel like he's confident and comfortable to score. Tonight, inflicting some serious pain.
Now here's Harden. He's got 5.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Curry with it. Picked up by Rivers. Curry kicks to Durant. To the middle. Here's Thompson. The basket good off the assist from Durant. And now a 10-point Warrior lead.
Well, you want to push Clay into those areas, and it's a little bit deflating when he starts to make perimeter jump shots more towards the inside.
Now here's Harden. From the arc. Warriors with the rebound. Durant's got his 5th rebound in this one.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Knocks it loose, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Jordan Bell. Harden against Thompson. Harden outside. Sinks the triple. Harden's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Rockets.
Yeah, he couldn't connect on anything from outside in the first quarter, but now he's hit 2 threes in the second quarter, and he looks much better.
Curry with it. Picked up by Rivers. Curry dishes to Cousins. Over Rivers. Rebounded by Tucker.
Oh, you just relish those kind of opportunities, and the defense got lucky, but they need to guard that area of the floor a little bit better.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Curry with the bounce pass. Cousins against Capella. Outside for Durant. That shot is off. And it's Houston the other way. And there's the call on Curry. That's foul number 2 for him.
You can't afford to be that careless. They need him out there on the floor, so he has to avoid fouling again in this period.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Chris comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Gordon in for Gerald Green. Chris finds Harden. Cousins pulls it in.
It's just been an off night for him. That doesn't happen all that often, but the thing that you do at this point is not to push it, not to rush it. Let it come back to you.
Got a piece of it.
That's some good use of the length right there from Marquise Chris, reaching out and swatting that one away.
The 3 from Harden. No good on that one. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Passes it to Durant. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks.
Gordon for 3. Good on the triple. Gordon's got 11 points. The Warriors' Steve Kerr, the fastest coach in major American sports history to 250 wins. Brent, he gave all the credit to his players. But you talk about what makes him special.
Well, I think Steve just really timed it right in terms of when it was he was going to approach the next phase of his life, waiting for his children to be in a good place waiting for him mentally to be in a spot where he was going to take over a talented team and put his imprint on it. His experience in Phoenix in the front office, teaching him about what it takes to move players around and make trades. Just a proper approach and the proper timing for Steve to take over a basketball club, and then to bring all of what he learned from Greg Popovich and Phil Jackson to the table, along with a lot of his own. And I think Steve thought long and hard and prepared himself on a lot of levels about what the job was going to be for him. We've seen that play out rather nicely in the last few years.
Curry with the steal, and now it's Green running. He can go all the way, and Green slams it in.
So many guards that have great handles on the offensive end have great hands on defense too. That time, Steph Curry.
So it's the Rockets now. It's a 5-point game. Harden with it. 8 points for him. It's Rivers on the wing. Just 4 to shoot. And Chris throws it down.
Man, it seemed like Marquise Chris was not going to be denied, and he wasn't.
And a deep three from Curry. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Warriors lead by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing, and set better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Tremendous first half. Glad to have you back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 14 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 assist. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
I was super impressed with their shot selection. I think that was part of the strategy coming in. They wanted to be patient with the basketball, move it around, and get high percentage looks. Obviously, that's going to be big.
Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
Well, the reserves came in and played like starters. Gave them some big points off the bench. It'll be no surprise to see them get more minutes in the second half. They definitely deserve it. Though sometimes when you get more minutes, you get exposed. We shall see.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
Welcome back to the Toyota Center, everyone. That's a look at our broadcast location tonight here in downtown Houston, Texas. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close to the game that's been so far. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, good things happen when you maintain composure. Their shot selection has been extremely disciplined.
Hey, Greg, is there a shot that he's taken that has been out of the flow of the offense? I don't think so.
Warriors leading by 3. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Durant and Green are the forwards. The tremendous pair of Curry and Clay in the backcourt. And it's Cousins in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Ooh, that play was nasty. Durant showing how aggressive he can really be.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit. Now here's Green. Paul looking around from deep. Harden. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Harden's got 11 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Paul against Curry. It's Durant on the wing. From downtown, it's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 4 rebounds in this game. Green kicks to Paul. The drive by Green from down in the low post. It goes. He's got 8.
Well, Draymond went straight to the hoop that time. No wiggle room. And scored.
And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That'll be his second foul of the game. Green up on top. He's covered by Thompson. And Steph Curry with the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Capella kicks it to Tucker. Houston moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. Here's Paul. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. They get Stephen Curry.
You know, when Chris Paul came to the Rockets, a lot of people questioned if he and James Harden would be able to share the ball. Both known for being ball-dominant guards. I think you'd have to say it's worked out pretty well.
And the first one at the line is good. And I think Chris Paul never comfortable with that ball-dominant label, Greg. He'd never played with another guard who could create, certainly on the level of Harden.
No doubt about it. I mean, Mo Pete, J.J. Redick, guys who were great shooters, but really more off-the-ball players. Chris needed to be that kind of a playmaker, but with Harden, he has someone just as gifted at creating baskets for himself and others.
Well, at this point in his career, Chris Paul is all about trying to get that elusive championship. Will play whatever role it takes to get that mission done.
Now here's Cousins. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Shoots over Capella, and Capella sends it back. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Count that one.
And finally, they fought themselves back to even the score. We've got a new ball game here now.
That took a lot of energy just trying to even things up. We'll see if they have enough left in the tank to finish the job.
Green passes to Durant. It's stolen by Green. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. The Warriors have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Thompson from long range. Good D by Harden.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Now Durant. He's got 16. Green kicks to Cook. Back to Green. Lobbed up there for Durant. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
That's a great pass from Draymond Green. Just understands where his guys are going to be.
Houston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Outside, Green. Green draws the double. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
Paul, right side. It's stolen by Green.
Only one player gets credit for the steal, but really both defenders made it happen on that one.
Took him no time at all on that one. And it's a 4-point Warrior lead.
Now Cousins mixing up a little bit now with the mid-range scoring chance.
From deep Harden. They get it back. Capella, a stupendous finish in traffic. Capella's got 6.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
Now here's Green. He's got 8. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Capella. Here's Paul. Warriors with the rebound. Cousins has got his 8th rebound here tonight. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. A 3-pointer off the mark. Rockets have gone 3 of 6 in the 3rd quarter. 50% from the field.
And you've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Well, there's an ebb and a flow. They had a hard time earlier, but now flow.
And it's Cook with the ball for Golden State. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Durant finds Cousins, shoots over Capella, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And guys, Cousins blindsided fans and players alike by going to Golden State this past offseason. Cousins knew he'd have to take a prove-it type deal when he entered free agency after that Achilles tear. The deal with the Warriors was put together and finalized fast, and kudos to the Warriors front office for striking when the iron was hot.
Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Cousins. And the Rockets making a change here. Ennis is checked in. Then for the Warriors, Jerebko comes in for Green, and it's Livingston in for Quinn Cook. He's perfect from the line this time.
Well, last season was just devastating for DeMarcus Cousins, a big man with an Achilles tear, and that's a tougher injury usually for a heavier or taller player, and DeMarcus is both of those. It happened right before the All-Star break. I hated to see it, but happy he's been able to get back on the road to recovery, and hopefully he'll regain his All-Star form.
Livingston passes to Durant. And Thompson kicks to Livingston. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
And with Cousins and his Achilles, quite often a very lengthy recovery, and you aren't guaranteed, Brent, to be the same afterwards.
No, I think that's the biggest concern, obviously. The one thing that Cousins has, though, is with his size and strength, that if he can get down the floor, he can still dominate from that position. But yes, I'm with you, Kevin. We all are hopeful that Cousins can have the athletic ability and the mobility that he had prior to the injury.
Free throw good, Livingston.
Well, after nearly being out of the league, Livingston has found an incredible role, a true warrior.
Thompson against Harden. Feeds it to Capella. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. 8 points for Clint Capella.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Stolen by Tucker. A shot by Harden. Wide open. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. Harden's got 15.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Now here's Jerebko, guarded by Tucker, and Durant gets it to go.
Right now they're winning because of him. Love the shots that he's taking, and he's got the green light.
Harden against Thompson. Harden finds Capella. Paul outside. No good on the triple.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass, and a contested three is not your objective. One more maybe.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, it is the era of positionless basketball, but how exactly did we get here? Well, new defensive rules at the turn of the century encouraged face-up scoring, motion-based offense, and guard play over isolation and post-ups. As a result, offensive roles have become more interchangeable.
It has become a positionless game now. David, thank you very much. The shot by Thompson, no good.
Were those guys back on defense? I didn't see him. Somehow someone missed an assignment. Luckily, he bricked the mid-range. Well, that's some good O there. Always like to see them getting those interior looks.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And the 6'11" Clint Capella, just a phenomenal athlete. The mobility at that center spot is something really so crucial in today's game, where every team is looking to expose big men on the perimeter.
For the Rockets, Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Chris comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Gordon in for James Harden. Andre Iguodala, he's checked in for the Warriors. And Capella grew up in Switzerland playing soccer, a striker. Part of why he's so quick on his feet.
I mean, reminiscent of another soccer-playing center in Rockets history, the great Hall of Famer Hakeem Olajuwon. Capella, you know, he's a long way from that, but anchoring a 60-win team at age 23, that's one heck of a start.
Here's your Repko. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Livingston's got his third assist on the night. Now here's Paul, guarded closer. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Paul's got 4 points this quarter.
That's when Chris Paul kicks in that extra gear, 4th to 5th, and I love how he slips past the D on the drive.
Iguodala outside. Jerebko inside, working on Chris, and he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And I would not be surprised to see them double him up here.
The Warriors have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Houston.
One shot.
That's good from Jerebko.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Now here's Paul. He's covered by Livingston. And here is Paul. 11 points in the game. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Kevin Durant. And Greg, another free agent this past summer was Chris Paul. Many unsure of what his plans might be, but he made them very clear in a hurry.
Paul signing very early in free agency with the Rockets. Huge 4-year deal worth $160 million. Rockets are in win now mode, and we're willing to commit the money to Paul to give them a shot at winning a title in the next few seasons.
And that one falls for Paul. Both free throws good from Paul. And the Warriors with possession here. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Durant kicks to Iguodala. Pass to Livingston. Back to Iguodala. Clock at 6. A three-pointer off the mark.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
Warriors leading by 4. Cousins, the pass to Livingston. Back to Cousins. Over Nene. That one off the back iron and out.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. Knocked loose, and it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. On defense, Golden State, they lead by 4. Here's Paul.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season. the Warriors #1.
And all those points off turnovers have been a huge bonus. I mean, that aggressive defense has also paid dividends at the offensive end of the floor.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
First one falls for him. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Rivers. Yarebko hits them both.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Now here's Paul. He's got 13. Outside, Green. Kicks it out to Gordon. Over Iguodala. And it's Gordon missing.
I'm just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
Here's Durant. Paul with the steal. And it's Houston on the break. And here they go. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Saturday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Dallas Mavericks. Then on Sunday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
No good on the free throw. Some changes for Golden State. Bell is checked in for Yarebko, and Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. And the second free throw, good. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State.
Yeah, and that's number 5. One more, and he is going to be done for the day. Well, Steph Curry, widely regarded as the best shooter in the history of the game. He's been so successful playing point guard in the NBA at times. I think we forget that he transitioned from playing shooting guard in his younger days.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. You know, Greg, a lot of players can't make that switch from shooting guard to point guard. You've got to give Steph a lot of credit.
He's worked tirelessly. I mean, we've all seen those pregame ball handling drills. He's still prone to a careless turnover or 2, but on the plus side, he rebounds like a shooting guard. And today's point guards are expected to score much more than in days past.
Now, here's the name. Nice D from Cousins. Curry against Paul. Floats it up for Cousins.
Yeah, that's just working for the better shot. We always talk about in the NBA, good to great, great possession there.
Here's Paul. He's got 13. There's a minute 47 left in the third. Gordon, with no one around, sinks the three-pointer. Gordon's got 14. Warriors leading by 6. Iguodala outside. Here's Durant. Makes it off the glass. Durant's got 10 points here in the second half.
Is KD stronger than we think? Probably. Muscling in there.
Houston's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Paul with the ball, and Curry picks him up defensively, and the wide open shot from Green. No good on the 3. Golden State's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Curry finds Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
Well, some agility shown by DeMarcus Cousins, even at that size, can still get on up.
Rockets trail by 10. Paul. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. Outside Curry. Three-pointer. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Golden State. Quinn Cook comes in for Kevin Durant. And for Houston, they're shooting here about 46% for the game. Paul against Curry. The shot's good from Paul.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Here is Cook. He's got 6. There's the pass to Iguodala. Over Green. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Iguodala's got his first bucket of the night.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Curry against Paul. Just 3 on the clock. That one's not going to go. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Warriors on top, up 10. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Rockets trail by 10. Gordon is at the 2 with Green playing the 3. Ennis out there with Nene, and it's Paul in at the 1 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
Chris Paul tapping into that absolute best magic tonight. For a long time, he set the standard for point guard play in the NBA.
They get it again. Cousins. Some solid defense there by Nene. Here's Gordon, and he gets it to go from the high post.
When Eric Gordon's pulling up like that and hitting those shots, got to be a big concern for the opposing coach.
Out to the right wing. Here is Cook, defended by Gordon. Off the left rim and out.
And they still need to step up just a little bit. They have the lead, but he needs to find himself out there.
Here's Green. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, easy call.
Free throw drops for Green.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Ennis. Both free throws good from Green.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Curry dishes to Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. 10 points for Draymond Green.
Well, Draymond's energy, guess what? It's here. It's in the game right now, and he's attacking.
Here's Iguodala, and Andre Iguodala with the slam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
Warriors leading by 8. Green passes to Cook. Stolen by Tucker. Paul with the ball. To the inside, Green, and the rejection by Cousins. Curry kicks to Iguodala. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And it's a 10-point Warrior lead.
Got to watch Iguodala down there, slipping around and capable of finishing in that spot.
Ball finds Gordon. And the rejection by Cousins. Green passes to Cousins. Good work there as it goes. Cousins has got 10 points here in the second half.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Paul dishes to Gordon. Kicks it out to Paul. Looking to end the run. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And Eric Gordon, the 2017 Sixth Man of the Year award winner. I mean, he has found a home and just been tremendously productive with the Rockets.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Clint Capella comes in for Nene. And James Harden subbed in for Gordon. And the Warriors also making a change. Thompson's checked in. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. He wanted his guys to stay intense. He said, if any of you think this game's over, you're wrong, and you can sit next to me. We've still got a lot of work to do. No let-ups at the defensive end of the floor. Back to you, Kevin.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. Chris Paul picks up that one.
Yeah, we know he's undersized for the position, but Draymond Green does the work of several men, including how he forces the D that time to foul.
And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And Gordon, also the winner of the 2017 three-point shootout. His long-range proficiency, a great fit on the Rockets.
You know, he's got that low set shot release, but, man, he gets it off with great volume and one of the more prolific three-point shooters in our league.
Draymond Green, the 35th pick. Wow, imagine that, back in 2012. And overlooked as maybe not having a position, maybe being too small. I don't think his coach at Michigan State would have said any of those things about the versatility and the blueprint that was ideal for the Golden State Warriors to put him into this lineup with these great shooters.
And we'd seen the rise of the spread four, but Green is something altogether different.
Yeah, he's not a catch-and-shoot four-man. He's more of a skilled four-man, rebounding the ball, pushing it up on the break. Steve Kerr likes to use him in the offense as the conduit at the top of the key. He can attack a closeout, get into the rim, can throw lobs to guys on the inside. Just the things that he does can punish a defense with how versatile he is.
That free throw good from Thompson. Good on both. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's foul number 2 for him. Harden scanning the floor. He dishes it to Gordon. Back to Harden. And some nice passing there by Houston. And the dunk by Capella.
And Harden is more than just a scorer. He's also got some sensational handles and passing instincts. Loves connecting with his teammates.
Now here's Curry. Dishes it to Green. Shot from 12. And Capella sends it back. With some arc, and it's good on the layup. 19 points for James Harden.
And Harden proving why he's an elite ball handler, absolutely cutting the D to pieces with his moves.
Curry kicks to Thompson. It's rebounded by Houston. Stolen by Thompson. Inside, Green. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Green's got 6 here in this quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Poked away. Stolen by Thompson. Jumps up, and Thompson throws it down.
Good predictive steal by Klay Thompson. Makes a great read. Snatches that one away. Gets in the passing lane.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Rockets. Down by 15. A nice shot by Tucker.
You know, we talk so much about accurate shooting. Sometimes accurate passing can lead to great shooting. You saw it there.
Curry against Gordon. On the wing, Thompson fires the 3. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. The Rockets have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Harden against Iguodala. To the paint. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
The first one falls. Both free throws good from Tucker. Warriors leading by 14. Pass to Green. He feeds it to Thompson. Green, the pass to Thompson. Back to Green, the 10-footer. The Rockets pull it in. Tucker's got his 4th rebound in this one. Harden finds Gordon. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. The Warriors have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the 4th quarter. Here's Thompson. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Thompson's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, the defense all around Klay Thompson like an eclipse, and he finds a way to get to the light.
Here's Harden, and the rejection by Cousins. Curry from deep three-point land. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Back to Green. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly. Well, at the start of the summer, many expected a busy market for Capella in free agency. Eventually, though, signing a 4-year deal to remain with the Rockets. I feel like it's a great deal for Houston as Capella gives them the perfect inside presence to complement Harden and Paul.
That's good from Capella. Kevin Durant's checked in for the Warriors. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. This is the 2nd year with the sponsored patches on the jersey. Advertising, more or less. Have you gotten used to seeing those things?
Yeah, I think it was no problem last year.
They're small, they're unintrusive,
some
right?
teams did some really cool creative things with the color schemes, and I don't think we've seen the last of that, Kevin.
We see it in European games on their jerseys.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to recognize the number with how many advertisements are on the jerseys. But
billboard.
Yeah, I don't think we're done with it yet.
In recent seasons, Draymond Green's three-point percentage has tailed off a bit. Brent, is that a cause for concern?
It'd be a cause for concern if the 3 other guys around him weren't burying threes the way that they do. So not too much. Draymond Green does so much more on the floor that, you know, making threes are pretty much a cherry on top of all the defensive things that he does to disrupt, all the playmaking things he does to get guys involved. So he's a very unique player. Yeah, tonight his shot's been a bit off, but still they lead the game.
Stolen by Thompson. Here's the break. Here's Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 6 assists in the game.
And showing a good nose for the ball there. Picks it clean, and he's off to the races.
And a good decision on the move. Too often we see teams have this kind of opportunity and fail to convert.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Golden State gets called for the foul.
2.
The first free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe. Warriors leading by 16. Now Curry. Left side Durant over Green. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Curry. 26 points for Kevin Durant.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Gordon kicks to Green. Back to Gordon. Houston moving it around. Harden against Thompson. And here's Gordon from outside. Sinks the three-pointer. Gordon's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, he's building off that strong first half he had. I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure him out in the second.
Curry against Gordon. And Green slams it in.
Draymond Green showing that he can get up there, showing some bursts.
Rockets trail by 17. It's Harden with the drive. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. And it goes on Draymond Green. And James Harden was crowned MVP after last season. Greg, hard to argue with that selection.
Harden has had a case to win an MVP award for several years now. Finally was able to be the clear choice this past season. Another great line on what is shaping up to be a Hall-worthy resume.
One shot, mind the lanes.
Free throw drops for Harden.
And James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season. But last season, he took home the official hardware.
Here's Green. Shoots over Tucker. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And with James Harden winning the MVP in 2018, Russell Westbrook in 2017, Kevin Durant in 2014, you think a few what-ifs right now in Oklahoma City?
A few, more than that, Kevin. I mean, probably tough for them all to win MVP playing on one team. A good shot at a different trophy, though, maybe.
Take a break.
The one that
Take a
starts
break.
with the name of Larry.
2 shots.
And the first one drops.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
That one is no good.
Amazing to think about Draymond Green and the career arc he's had thus far. He really can guard any position on the floor. He can make plays. Really a unique talent.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. It's Durant on the wing. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Durant's got 28 points for the game.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And one thing they'll discuss are their defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. Capella dishes to Harden. Back to Capella. Can't hit that one. So Golden State will take it the other way.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And just how quick is that release right there? Curry may get his shot blocked once in a while. That's like a Haley's Comet. It's a rarity.
Gordon. And it's in there. 21 points in the game.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Curry against Gordon. Right side Curry. Here's Cousins. It's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got 11 rebounds in the game. Gordon kicks to Green, and Steph Curry with the foul. That's it for him. He's fouled out. Now we'll go to the line for 2.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline. Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
Now the team's struggling to come back. He really wanted all of those free throws.
Green deciding where to go with it. Back to Cousins. The shot will not fall. Good work defensively by Capella. And here's Green outside. Houston keeps it going. A new 24-second shot clock.
Well, Clay is a very good positional and on-ball defender, but him getting to a block shot like that, that's impressive.
Green, the pass to Thompson. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Rockets trail by 16.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Warriors.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Kevin Durant.
Just a really solid effort on the offensive end. He was getting any shot that he wanted.
Harden gets the bucket.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position, an effective scorer in that area.
Iguodala kicks to Green. Thompson outside. Back to Green. Shot clock at 6. Cousins, no one around him, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
Now the team came in fired up from the opening tip. You could see the focus. They're ready to do battle.
This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
It's a shame because this is the team we expected to see fighting on every possession. I think it's just too late.
On the wing, Green. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, DeMarcus. Congrats on the win. We know how tense you are on the floor, but it looked like tonight maybe you're having a little fun out there.
That's the thing. I'm just trying to come out here and have fun. I got a lot going for myself, and I'm too blessed to be out here frowning all the time. So I'm going to try to keep a smile on my face.
Well, it's a good look for you, man. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.